Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here, a little midday money. Happy New Year 2023. Hope everybody had a nice night. Exciting day of college football yesterday, right? I don't know, a couple good playoff games here. We'll get to them in a second. Like, subscribe, ring the bell if you're watching on the YouTube channel here at Win Free Picks. Say hello. Picks and parlays. But if you're on the Believe watching the podcast on the, well, it's definitely a replay because I loaded in after the fact. Amazon, Google, iHeart, Apple, all the Spotify's, wherever. I appreciate you. Spend a couple minutes with me. But if you want to watch it live and get all the free picks as they happen and be part of the show commenting, well, I'd appreciate it. I would appreciate it. So come on over. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Picks are posted as soon as we start the show. I throw them out there. So if you're on Twitter, you're even more ahead of the curve there. So there is that. Again, in the comment section, I did throw up the link to the Believe there. So follow. Whatever. Let's go. All right. Let's start it off how we usually do. Let's go recap time. And it wasn't a it was a so-so day, I guess. We go 4-2 in our college hoops in the video. Premiums, I think it went 8 and 9 and 10 maybe. And I'll say it was a loser month of December for me. Bad month. Last week and a half, terrible run by me. What am I going to do? It happens. I'll get back on track. And 4-2 yesterday, college hoops. College football, we go 2-1 in the video. 63 and 41 plus 1985. Super video. Great. We're doing great in the video picks, but premiums, I go down. I had the Bulldogs last night, -6.5. Over got there. I think we had the over here in the chat. Alabama over got there, but again, I had K-State at a bad number. If I knew those guys are playing, sometimes betting early doesn't always pay it. Doesn't pay the bills. Like I say, for my college bowls this year, not a good season. Last year, 60-something%. This year, man, losing bowl season. And I said, I guess this should be a rant, but I'll just make it here in the recap. Going forward for next year with these transfer portals, holy, I'm not really going to be firing that much early. I can't. I mean, I had some good numbers that ended up not cashing. I'm just going to have to wait it out. Now, speaking of waiting it out real fast, we'll talk about tonight around halftime, look ahead lines. All right. You don't want to miss look ahead lines. Right off the bat. We go through all the games for next week. And look at this one. We said, let's take the Panthers +7 and the under. How's that work out? It's down to a 3 right now. So look at lines tonight if you want to catch that show live here. Wonderful. And back to the recapping yesterday. So that's it. We had college hoops, college football. And let's get to, I didn't even time it out what time the recap was. It happens. Today's picks. Let's get right into them. We'll start in the NBA because I do have one NBA pick up here for New Year's, and that would be the Denver Nuggets money line, plus a little bit here versus Celtics. Celtics not that great on the road. Denver good at home. They hurt me the other day, right? We had the Miami Heat in here losing by a half, but I will come back on Denver here versus Boston. No ice. I looked at. I was thinking about taking the Devils on the ice today. Again, yesterday I had a couple I thought I did not play. We're not playing it. Back to the NBA, 20 and 22 in the video, plus $25 on the season, 11 and 12 plus 119. Hockey, 13 21 in video. Again, no play here today. College football, we mentioned. Nothing here right now. College hoops, though, we got some college basketball up. We're 78-64 here, plus 415. Didn't throw anything in the chat. Did bet a couple games today. I'm sure we'll talk about them in the chat, so we'll just keep them there. They won't be official picks here in the video. But NFL-wise, here we go. 45-44 in the video. Not a good video season, right? We talked about college football having a great video season, but a 52% regular season and not making us money on the premiums. But in the video, we're okay. And just the opposite here in NFL, which, picking and choosing the NFL is tough on the sites. And not just on winning free picks and stuff, but all the all the sites I'm on. Number one there, 112 and 65, something like 64%, not too bad. Panthers under. Obviously, this one's moved a little bit. Um, 42, 41 and a half on the opener, down to 40 and a half here. And these, I just loaded these up out of ago. So maybe they may have changed. It happens. It happens. Browns under 40 and a half. Again, these are two premiums I do have, but I got them at 42 and 41 and a half when on the openers over the weekend. I got those last week. Texans plus 3.5. Would have rather the 4+ here, but it's come down, and that's what we got here right now in the video. Chiefs under a 45. I saw some 45s and a halves out there, but for video purposes, we got 45. Seattle plus 2.5. Packers -3, and then your late game, Steelers plus 110. Now, those who've bought my, season or weekly passes. I mean, we got the Steelers plus 6. I got the Steelers plus 6 on the site here. And actually I got them at 135 on another site when they're still plus money. Now it's come down a bit here. Come down a bit. But those are the picks for today. And let's go. We'll get into the comments section. See who's up early on New Year's. Let's get to it. James, first one in. Happy New Year. Welcome, welcome. TJ Harvey in the house. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Markel's awake. All right. Happy New Year. Daily Best Bets T Money. Happy New Year too, my friend. Good to see you. Horrible coach by Georgia. Congratulations, TCU. Yeah, TCU, I got to say, and I like Michigan. I said this. I thought the Michigan defense would make some stops. TCU defense gives up some points. And I had the under in that game. I thought that game was going to be a 27-17 kind of thing, low scoring. Not to be. Not to be. And now I'm looking at TCU, 13.5 versus Georgia. I don't know what I'm going to do with that game. I might take an over in that game, believe it or not. Might just come in with the over. We'll see. John Paul, Happy New Year. Here we go. Start. It is a fresh, right? I mean, for all intents, I hate saying it's a new start because college hoops is still going on, NBA, NFL, the sports are still playing. But you do turn the page to a new year, especially on sites. It's weird because it starts over at 0, but I'm thinking, heck, what about all my, plus money for NFL and college hoops and NBA or hockey, whatever. But it is a new one, right? Day one, page 1 of the new book, however you want to take it. Best bets, T Money, Arizona Saints, Vikings, Carolina money line. These are all money line plays today, or just? They're all dogs, so I'm assuming money lines here. So Arizona, David Blau, QB. I can't believe this line has moved the way it has. That is, and I think I said on Look at Lines, wow, I'm going to get McSorley plus 3.5 versus a rookie quarterback. I leaned a little towards Arizona there. Not to be. He's out. This line is now a 6.5. I don't know. This is a total stay away game for me. Total stay away. 6.5 and a 40.5. Saints, who want to take a shot with New Orleans? Another road game. They pulled one out last week in the weather. Philly looking to wrap things up. You're taking all dogs here. Vikings. I got Green Bay in the video. I can't do Green Bay. Why do I think they'll mail it in here? They're wrapped into the spot. I just don't. Hey, listen, I'd love to see Brady and Rodgers put out the set, right? There you go. End of the careers, hang it up, guys. Why do I think that's not happening? And Carolina, again, I got them at, what do I got them at? 7. I don't know, 3.5. Yeah, James, I can't get involved in this game. What are we doing here? I want to take Atlanta based on this line. Providence minus 5.5 at 6.5. Some NFL props have been hitting that crazy clip at some NHL props today. Providence against DePaul. See, I sort of like DePaul a little bit. This line's gone up though. It was a 5 opener. It's a 5 opener. Canes is in the house. I'm on TCU train. Happy New Year. Also to you. Yeah, I mean TCU's not a bad, and I like TCU. We had them in Big 12 championship game. I just thought the defense for Michigan would be the difference maker. Make some stops. They're going to run the ball. I mean, hats off to Michigan even winning with that quarterback. You see how, I mean, couple, pick six he gave up. I mean, hey, cats. Terrible. Now I know I saw a bunch on Twitter. I was watching the end of that game. I figured I'm watching the game with my daughter. My son's upstairs playing. He's a professional football player. He plays online with his Oculus or Xbox, whatever he's playing on. And I know people are going to say targeting. Like the guy kind of went in with helmet. And hey, listen, I had Michigan. At that point, there's no way they're covering a 10 for me. I had a 9.5. You don't call it. I mean, what's the big deal? Michigan people obviously a little upset over that one. Same one's upset. When what's his name Harrison got hit in the end zone. Yeah, let him play. Next year it'll be the year to bet early. I don't know about that with these portal guys. Team money. Teams that lost coordinators. I mean, that's another one. I think at one point it was like 4-11 this year. I don't think it's a year to bet early. I mean, I had some good early numbers. We'll see how they did. Let's talk about early. I mean, I guess I had Fresno plus 150. They went off as a fave, so that was a good number. Boise 7.5. That was a loser. Who else was a good number? How about Florida State 2, Florida State 7. That barely got there. Washington plus 6 was a good number. UCLA at a 5. It's a terrible number. I mean, it's a good number. Loser. South Carolina plus 7. How's that? I think that's a good number. I mean, I don't know if betting early is the way to go next year. And I'm an early betting guy. I still got 2 more left. We got Tulane on the money line and Utah on the pick 'em. But again, last year 16-8. This year, best I'm going to be 12-15, 13-15 on my picks. My Bulls are about to push with a little Ferris matchups. Yeah, mine. I mean, I'm gonna be down a little bit. What am I gonna do? Sometimes you lose, folks. I know people are gonna come in and you stink, and I feel bad. Listen, I don't want to put a loser out. I don't want to put a loser on a free pick. They don't want to put a loser out when I have my money on a game, and then somebody buys it. Get the hell out of here. Miss top play Tampa Bay minus 3.5. Jets over 42. KC under 45. Atlanta, Arizona over to 41. So Tampa Bay. Hey, listen, I got a better number than a 3. So if we could both win that one, maybe they win by 4, and we both cash there. Jets over. I like the Jets over. I don't know. Everybody's just running to bet the Jets. It's still a tough spot. You're on the road. Seattle's kind of desperate. KC under. Yes, got it in the chat. And that Arizona, I'm gonna that one. Sure. I thought I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, let me get a little Atlanta under. I was gonna jump on them earlier in the week, and then I'm like, you know what? I gotta stay away from that. I got a rookie quarterback, a backup quarterback. Falcons playing to make themselves look good. Arizona's playing out the string, but you got a little pride on that team. Or even if you fumble, make some mistakes, it could get over. Right? We talk about these 40s. You get there by accident. 23-20, it's an ugly game. It gets over. 24, 17 or something like that. I'm going to say all right to that. I'm on Tulane myself. Yes. James, yes. Take that to Lane. Tashawn, how do I feel about Drake today? I bet Drake -1 last night, Tashawn. I'll tell you, this is my college hoops today. I got Siena. I got him on a +1 and a -1. I got Drake -1. I got Maryland in a pick 'em. Southern Illinois -4 and Penn State -2. So, Shannon, good morning. Happy New Year. Oh boy, we got the body bots here. This is what happens. I don't have Tim today. Tim is out. Apparently, and I teased him a little bit. He was going to the movies. I said, "Well, listen, make sure you get some pretzel nuggets for me. Love those pretzel nuggets." So I got to back out of the comment section because sometimes it jumps around. Don, what do you say? Happy New Year. Let's have a good first day of 2023. Yeah, we're going to try. That's the goal. Every day is supposed to be a good day, Don, but all we do is grind it. Here we go. I feel good. Listen, anytime it's an NFL day, I'm having a good NFL season. I'm happy. I'm happy. Miz, one play. Manhattan, Quinnipiac over. I like Manhattan here. I almost played Manhattan. You want to go over to 142? I don't know about that. It was a 145.5 opener. So maybe the under is the play here, Miz. Shannon would like my thoughts on the Jags and Texans game. Do you think the Jags sit their players out in the second half? Well, I took the Texans here in the chat at 3.5. Jags don't have to. It's about next week's game. It is all about next week. Are you really risking? And it's tough. Like, you want to win, but holy cow, what if Lawrence rolls an ankle or hurts his knee or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a spot I can't bet Jacksonville. I'm not saying bet the Texans, but their playoff hopes rest on next week's win. They have to win next week. That's what it comes down to. And this kind of rolls into today's games. Giants, right? Giants win, they're in. Philly wraps up the 1 seed with the win. Washington needs a win, right? Yeah, you can bet all these teams to win because they have to win. Now, winning's one thing. Giants going to cover 5.5, right? We also the Colts look terrible. But rounding out this Jacksonville Texans game, I can't say bet Jacksonville, Sean. I can't. You have TCU money line on me plus $8. After Georgia not all that good. You don't think Georgia? I think Georgia's a good team. I had the over, thinking Ohio State would score, but I thought we'd make a play every once in a while. TCU money line. We'll talk about some. I'm sure after I get through the comments, I'll have a dead spot here. James saying pass. I hope he's saying pass on the Arizona Falcon game. Canes get a bowl game 2023. Are they expanding? Are they going to add 40 more bowls? They're terrible. Best bets with team money. I don't like the points. Money line all day. I get it. I know you do. I know you like your money lines. Listen, you're taking a bunch of NFL dogs in a, not that it's like the last week where it's you don't know what you're going to get, but you got some spots here. I like the picks. To me, Green Bay -3 sucker bet of the day. I don't know. Green Bay's just been winning. What did they win? 5 in a row? 6 in a row, miss? What are the Vikings doing? What do the Vikings have to play for? Miss Erica's in the house. How are you? Happy New Year. What do you got? Packers over. I don't know if I go Packers over. Because the Vikings, to me, I said this the other day, Erica. I was like, I could see Minnesota kind of like mailing it in a little bit, like taking the guys out at halftime if they're down 17-7 or something. Like, you know what? Let's just we'll rest them up, or what are they to go in and are they motivated to knock Green Bay out of the playoffs? Is that a motivation for them? Right, to get some points. Yeah, I'd avoid that one there. Senators on the ice against Buffalo. I like that because everybody's liking Buffalo today. So sure, we'll fade the Sabres. They're not winning the cup. Ottawa minus 130. You know me. I don't want to lay money there. How about a puck line? Puck line for plus money. And the Bucks over 226.5 against the Wizards, huh? Um, I mean, this really hasn't moved much. You know, Eric, I'm not a big NBA total player, NBA big better at all, but I'll ride with you here. I'm going to cheer you on to that one. Senators, yes. Packers over. Not so sure about. I'm going to say I'm pass on Arizona. Yes, I'm guessing that's what you meant when you say no thanks. I figured it was the Arizona Falcon we're talking about. Like, that is a game. Why are you betting that game? Why are we betting Arizona Falcons? I don't think there's a reason to.
Stop it. Get some help.
Providence should win by 15. Providence top 10 team, but they are kids. That's a bold take right there. You think they're top? You think they're that good? I mean, I kind of like the Friars a little bit. The Paul's a team I kind of like too. I've watched them as much as I don't watch a lot of college hoops. I kind of like their. I've seen a few of their games. Richie P, Happy New Year. Hit the like button. I appreciated it, Richie. Let me tell you that here. The fireworks last night. Holy cow. It's like a war zone out here. Couldn't even see this. Going in my backyard, I was looking through the like the fog. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? And I didn't have neighbors on one side of me. James is Arizona fan. He says it's a pass. Absolutely, it's a pass. What? Definitely a pass. Yeah, great games yesterday, James, with the 4 playoff teams. Good jobs. Washington State over USC. I'm guessing you kind of like USC there, huh? Now, see, USC to me was a fade kind of team, right? And you're looking at it as 11-3 USC getting points from a 5-9 team. That's the angle. They lost 3 in a row off a tough loss to UCLA the other day. Washington, SC beat Washington, right? The old back-to-back here, travel in Washington for these teams, USC, UCLA. I don't know. Do they go together? It's just weird that they're always up here at the same time. To me, it's a Washington State or nothing. I didn't play it. Yesterday, I played a lot of these games, and I hit a couple of them. But, yeah, it would be Washington State for me there. Don't fall for if it's too easy, it looks easy. I don't know. And I think it was Jeffrey Benson, he works for Circa, posted. Someone said something like the old like fishy trap line or whatever, and Jeff's like, listen, the line's the line. And I say, excuse me for the burp. Not that they're fishy, right? It's a line to me. It's a suspect. You look at him like, this doesn't look right. And I don't know what the right wordage is for those kind of games, right? We talked about American Lafayette the other day. You're like, wow, this team's got 2 wins. This team has 10 wins. Why is that line like this? Why is a unranked team giving 2 points to a ranked team? And I want to know, because listen, I hate saying it's fishy or a trap or, there's got to be a better word for it. Is this one of those? I mean, I don't want to say it's easy. Like, just take USA; they're the better team, right? Should be. Right, better teams should just win. What's the problem here? I don't know. I don't. Again, the line is a line for a reason, Rob. And they don't make lines to just give away money. So we have to find the word for. I don't know what it is. I was thinking about that yesterday because I was gonna respond to the tweet. I just can't. I didn't know what to say to it. Because what is the word for it that looks? Wow, USC's got 11 wins versus a 5-win team. They're getting points. The other teams lost 3 in a row. I totally understand. Zach Moss over rushing yards here for J-Rock. He likes his player props. Here we go. Hoskins over 39.5 receiving yards. Dolphins money line plus 135. Well, you got a good line with the Dolphins since they opened up as a fave. You could have had New England at a +2, I think, when we did the look at line show or whatever it was. J Rock says TCU ain't got Stroud. Man's the number one pick in the draft. Duggan more likely a third rounder, maybe. Stroud's. I talked about the Ohio State team beginning of the year. I thought then they had NFL quarterback, NFL wide receivers, good offense. Was I worried about them coming off the last two times they played a good team, a la Michigan? They got run out of the building, and in their own building to boot. I didn't think they'd slow down Georgia. I thought Georgia would at least make a stop or two. I got to win by a touchdown. 10 points, we get it done. Yeah, Dugan, for NFL guys, kids put up numbers in college. It is what it is. But, college, you're a winner. Stetson Bennett, the dude, was a walk-on. Might very well win back-to-back championship games. Tim Tebow won championships. Doesn't mean because you're an NFL quarterback, doesn't mean you're not good college quarterback. Last time I checked, TCU's got one loss. That's because they couldn't get it from the 1-yard line. I mean, they could have ran the ball 4 times and probably pushed it in. They were getting a little fancy. I don't know if Stroud. I mean, okay, Stroud better than Duggan, better than NFL career, maybe. I mean, when I was in college, one guy's in a championship game, the guy's not. T-Money, of course, Georgia's good. I'm saying is they aren't unbeatable. No. Yeah, they're definitely not unbeatable. Hey, take the. Listen, I'm not saying they don't take 800. I mean, if you're taking TCU next Monday at plus 800, I'm sure you had a money line versus Michigan. Shannon, thoughts on Dolphins Pats? Kind of want to take the Fins. And Teddy covers. He does cover Bridgewater, but I took New England. Were you ever look at lines? We're talking about it. Look at lines on Sunday night. It's a spot. 2 brutal losses for New England. I mean, forget about the. And I had Cincy last week over them that got there, but the crazy loss in Vegas with the lateral, whatever the hell that was, and then a fumble again inside the 5 where who knows if you win, you cover, whatever the case. I'm rolling Belichick here. And I just think Miami is just in a free-for-all right now. What's that, 4 straight losses for these guys now? Time Travelers in the house. Here we go. Cracking New Year's Eve, New Year's Day free money. It's on Seattle. I had Seattle the other day. It was 4-0 in the first period. 4-0 in the first. Ooh, I thought the mute was on. Sorry, everybody. That's what happens. Live show. Kraken. Yeah. 4-0 in the first period, Kraken. Thanks the other day. Marcos, Happy New Year. Higgs and everyone watching, just waking up. Enjoyed your birthday yesterday. Oh, I bet you had a big one. I bet you had a big party. Yeah, Erica Wright, Time Travelers in the house. Markel, Dolphins money line. No, thank you. I'm not betting on the Patriots. I understand that, but are you going to run to bet Dolphins? How have the Dolphins looked? Daily best bets. Love those fishy lines. Odds makers make mistakes all the time. They put out hundreds of lines every day, and they make a lot of mistakes, so I find those. I know they put out a lot of mistakes. I mean, if they put out a lot of mistakes, they wouldn't have jobs, and they wouldn't be building billion-dollar casinos in deserts where they have to fly in water and food for people. Data great. Happy New Year. How you doing? You all right over there? I don't think I'd see you today. David's all over the Bears. I'm usually against the Bears. I'm from Chicago, but I feel they keep it close. So again, what, 5.5 today? How is it? That line moved around a little bit. It's down to 4.5 now, huh? 4.5? I thought this was like a 6 on an opener. This was a 6.5 opener, and I see a 4 right now. Why not take those Bears? Take the Bears. Looks like Detroit's about to. They had their bubble burst last week. Is this it? They're going to lose today and then get run out in Green Bay next week. Definitely Green Bay. I loaded up all the lines for next week already. Green Bay might be. I think Green Bay is a 3-point fave, if I remember correctly. Let me. Where's my look at lines for next week here? Now, folks, where's this Detroit game? Everything's playing at the same time. Here we go. Yeah, Detroit's 3-47. You got some games next week. Uh, you know, Rams here, the Giants +3 versus Eagles. Eagles, if you want to, if this is a tough one. Giants win, they're in. Eagles win, they're locked into a spot. Who's gonna show up next week? Is it Minshew again? No, I'm taking Minshew over whoever the Giants got, especially if Giants are in the playoffs already. Um, Jets Dolphins. You like the you got a lot of low lines. You got a couple big boys, but all in all, you're gonna have a lot of short ones. Where are we at here in the chats? Oh, here we go. Corey Jones. Good morning. Checking in. Lean towards the Jets. Carolina, Tampa under. Chargers, Rams under. Temple, St. Pete's, Memphis, Washington. All right. Jets, I'm on the other side. Carolina, Tampa under. Sure, already bet it. Rams, Chargers under. 41. I'm going to say okay to that. That's not going to be a shocker there. Temple plus points versus Cincy. Not sure. Is that line moved? That's still a 4. I'll take a little Temple money there. I kind of like Temple. So that one is not a. Then the 3.5s. I'm seeing some 3.5s out here. Owls, sure. St. Pete's. I don't like St. Pete's at all this year. Where's this line? You get 18 though from Iona. All right, you want to take the points there? Sure. Memphis is a little plus money versus Tulane. I thought they're minus Memphis. Pretty sure they're favored. I'd like Tulane there. And a Washington game versus USC. I'm guessing that's they're favored, right? Are we talking Washington or Washington State? I guess you're talking Washington plus the 10.5 versus UCLA. T-Money had TCU money line, almost cashed the win by 14. Yeah. I almost had the Alabama, too. Who had the Alabama 29.5? I was like, lay it by 30. I thought Alabama was going to roll. I said that even though I had Kansas State. I did buy in personally on Alabama a little bit there. So, and having the over helped a lot, kind of offset. Here's the thing with like the sites. Like I have a losing day on a site, but on a personal day, I made money because of the overs. Georgia coaches did against Ohio State are going to be in trouble. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Again, T-Money, you can't get wrapped up into, it's a bad game. This is the team that won national championship last year. I think they got bad coaching. Dow's in house. Bears spreading the under. Take the Bears. I know about the under. I'm not quite sure how to read that game. Except I know that the line's dropping like a rock. So Bears are definitely the play here. Commanders. Yes, we like Washington here with a little Wentz magic. Over in Green Bay. That one I don't know about the total of that game. Pack -3, yes. I think Green Bay wins it, but I think it's going to be like a 27-10 kind of game. I'm set in my head that Minnesota does not show up today. Is a bookmaking just a small part of Vegas income? They definitely make plenty of mistakes, I believe. It is. It's a minute part. They're all about. I mean, their money's all about entertainment. Do they make mistakes on lines? I mean, anytime you win, is that a mistake? Yeah. Let's be honest. The line is the line, Rob. The line's the line. And it's not based on anything other than power ratings and how they think a team's going to win. I don't know if they make plenty of mistakes. If they make plenty of mistakes, I mean, how's your bankroll? You a millionaire? You a billionaire? I don't think they make plenty of mistakes. I mean, if that's the case, you'd be up just because they make mistakes, and you should be winning all the time. You should be winning by accident. That doesn't happen. I'm all right. Michigan hasn't let me down in 2023 yet. Tonight, when Michigan loses to Maryland in the pick'em. Yeah, they're definitely losing. Michigan basketball's losing tonight, Tate the Great. You're gonna be off to a rough start between the playoff game and Michigan starting the season bad. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. I like that. Here's and Dolphins. The Jets and Dolphins under next week. Tate the Great. Penn State tonight for college basketball at home. Yes, I got Penn State. I knew it was the Jets. As soon as I saw hers and Dolphins under, I knew it was the Jets. Cincinnati fixing a smoke temple. Listen, I like the Bearcats. I don't know. Give me some Temple Owls here. Pedro's in the house. How are you, Pedro? Good to see you. Happy New Year to you. Bears in the over. Definitely Bears play tonight. Tate the Great. Best bets team money. We're going to see. They won last year, but Bama was a better team. They had half the team hurt. I definitely think Georgia's a powerhouse. Ohio State coaching suspect. They had a team more prepared. Well, you come in off an embarrassing loss. You're playing with a chip on your shoulder. You're a big dog. I don't think Georgia. I mean, Georgia's a good team. I'm not saying TCU's not a bad team or Ohio State. We'll see. Georgia has the better talent, so they should win by 10 to 13 on us. Well, they should. You should win by 10. We'll see what happens. I mean, 10 to 13 doesn't get you to cover if you're taking Georgia. I mean, we've seen some blowouts in playoff games. Big X is in the house. Happy New Year, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so I got Panthers under, Browns under, Texans, Chiefs under, Seattle, Packers, Steelers. A loaded card of NFL here for the chat. NBA got the Nuggets. College hoops, we gave you a little rundown of what we liked. Groovy Caps is in the house. How you been, Groovy? Jamal Williams running back. First CD game plus 18 honey, huh? I mean, see, does that seem steep for a guy who's got like 20 touchdowns on the year plus 18 honey? I mean, worth a shot. Guy scores touchdowns. 1,800? What are we missing in this game? Do we already know that Chicago gets the ball first? And what is it? Who scores here? Who scores? Pettis? He scored the first one the other day. Wonder what he was. Darryl coming in, former Bears coach, wants that predicts the Bears win this week, and Bears and Texans both don't care about the number one overall pick. Dave wants that. He's a former coach. That's all you need to know about him. So don't care about what this guy picks. All right. I mean, I don't know if teams care about having number one pick. I'm sure it's great, but the Bears got a quarterback. Again, even if they're number one or two, will they trade down? I think. Having this goes back to like motivation. Like these guys are still pros. I get players check out, and if you're in a spot where the coach is on his way out or you lose a locker room, dude, Bears with Fields, they've shown fight all year with this guy QB, right? So I don't see them laying down a little bit here. And same with the Lions. I don't see the Lions I don't think they're a team. Are they upset they lost and cost themselves a spot? Yeah, I mean, you still want to win. I mean, I think the Bears win just because the Lions are kind of down after the Carolina game. And the Bears like, hey, let's see what we got out of our young guy here. This is our future. Let's go. And the Texans, we've seen in the last couple weeks just battle. And you're playing a Jags team who has to win next week. I can't watch these freaking commentators. I mean, come on. You got guys who are former players, former coaches, and people who went to school to be broadcasters. They're gonna come in and tell you how to bet. I'm not saying I know I'm the end all be all of sports betting knowledge. I'm definitely not. I'm a guy. I'm a bettor. Okay, I do a podcast. I've been sites, radio, videos, whatever. I know a little more than those guys. I mean, come on. And it's going back to like the mistake lines and stuff like that. What? If, Juan said, if you knew this stuff, you'd be undefeated as a head coach. Why didn't you win 6 Super Bowls? Can't get into players' heads. Yeah, they think like, all right, I think this is going to happen. Right? That's what it's about. The line's this. You think so and so is going to win? I think this will happen. Wants that. Terrible. Locking in with the Kings in the house. Happy New Year, my friend. David Higgs, I got a ticket on Titans win the division. Sweating on that one now. Holy cow. That is a sweat. Oh, boy. You guys lose me here? I dropped my mic here. Hopefully you still hear me. Just give me a comment here to make sure the volume's on. Yeah, the Titans to win. Look good early. Then you lose, what, 5 in a row? Oh, brother. That's a... And you're a 5-point dog next week, I think? Six and a half here on one spot. I mean, I'll take 6.5 with Tennessee next week. Late start this morning. It happens. It happens. It's like a turn back the clock, right? You lose an hour of sleep or something. You're out having a good time. You sleep in. Like, I'm going to sleep in a little bit. Next thing you know, it's 11:15 or whatever. You're like, what the heck time is it? All right. I'm rolling out. Look at lines tonight. Final one for the season. Maybe I'll do one for the playoffs next week. But regular season, this is it. Look at lines. Come on in around halftime. All right, put the notification bells on so you know it'll pop up. I'll come in a little beforehand to let you know that the shows be starting up pretty soon. Locking in with King. Yeah, good playoff days yesterday. 2 great games for sure. For sure. All right, Panthers under the 40.5, Browns under 40.5, Texans plus 3.5, Chiefs under the 45, Seattle plus 2.5, Packers -3, Steelers plus the 110 money line. NBA, we're going to roll out a little nuggets. College hoops not listed, but I'll give you some of my college hoop plays today. Not some, I'll give them all to you. Siena, Drake, Maryland, Southern Illinois, Penn State. Again, not for the record in the show, but just what I bet today. And I do like the Kraken. I know someone, Time Traveler, mentioned the Kraken. I had the Kraken the other day. I wanted to bet them today, but I'm hurt. They hurt me emotionally. So, all right. That's it. No comments for 2 minutes. That means it's the end of the show. See you tonight. Take it easy.